as the parade has made that turn. Bernie, you better slow down. There's a big gap behind you, baby. A lot of the parade still making that turn along the final stretches of the 5.5 miles of Miami River. That river fed by the Everglades, although not directly connected to them.
No.
I was doing some aquifer study last night, man. Under the ground.
What?
Under the ground comes that brackish water.
You're a diverse man.
Thank you, baby.
Well, man of many skills.
10 drawbridges help us cross that river here in Miami-Dade County, reaching from the mouth of Biscayne Bay to the Miami International Airport.
It's got to lead to the Ohio River at some point.
That would be a confluence of rivers. And that's into the mighty Mississippi. But as we take a peek, I remember, John, a goosebump rising moment when those double-deckers made that turn. You could not hear a thing, and I will make sure, with help from our wonderful crew led by A.J. Speaks and Ted Ballard, when they make that turn, we got to shut up. Because when that first bus comes, it is going to be
The roar.
insane.
Yeah, the roar is going to be wild. It's going to be fun. So let's get all the loquaciousness out there now.
We're sitting right across the street from the octagonal tower. That is the Freedom Tower. Shall I go on?
Yes.
Originally constructed as headquarters for the Miami Daily News. Building was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1979. I don't know what took so long, as the Freedom Tower was a reception center for Cuban refugees from 1962 to 1974.
Mom and Pop went there.
They had to run through there.
They did. They did. In the early 60s.
That's beautiful, man. There's a view right from the Freedom Tower, right into us. Our friends at Miami-Dade College giving us a peek. You can see off into the distance there, the towers from those Carnival cruise ships. You see the thousands upon thousands. I haven't received an estimate yet, but I cannot wait to find out how many folks made their way through here. The thing is, a lot of people were here at 6 o'clock in the morning, getting positioned, putting up their tents. See, the thing is, people have done this before.
Yeah.
So they got a plan.
Right. They're ready this time around.
No doubt.
Seasoned.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, was still begging around for towels. Like it was October or something out here. But it is special, and you don't take any of it for granted, because as you look up right here on the side of American Airlines Arena and think about the 7 seasons that it took between 06 and 12 to get to another championship, to be able to do it back-to-back, which puts you in a elite company. Guys already talking about 4 so they can tie the Spurs and go into another party of just NBA elite greatness that lasts for all time. It's unbelievable.
They're in rarefied air right now, I would say.
Already, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, back-to-back, you only have 5 franchises that have been able to pull that off. Right now, with 3 titles, they're tied with the Warriors and the Sixers and the Pistons. So they're climbing the ladder right now, as we speak.
They want more.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Got to get greedy.
But I love, though, that LeBron could get a nap in this year.
Please.
I mean, think about last year, right after the championship, off to getting ready to win a gold medal. And then I think he had like 2 weeks off before he started grinding with Durant and George again. And then was off to the arena a week early because the team was slated to go to China with the Clippers.
It's ridiculous.
What a schedule.
It's ridiculous. I mean, that is such a grueling season, and then the roll into the Olympics like that. His personal regimen already is incredibly demanding. You know, he is a young guy. He's 28 years old now. But it's still a lot of minutes that he's put on that body, and I would expect him, and he said so, he's going to take a little bit of a break, and he should get away, take a little more than that 2.5 weeks, and chill a little bit there, big fella, and relax, get yourself ready. And he's going to have to start getting smarter about his preparation too, taking care of himself in the offseason, maybe not doing as much running intensity type of workouts, and getting to some of the other ways to stay loose, and so it prevents him from getting injured during the course of the year. He has had an incredible run and been just so healthy throughout the course of his career.
I think Jax needs to take him out on the golf course.
They're never ready. They're never ready to embrace the game until they're done. That's what I've found about most NBA players. It's very interesting. Ray Allen's a great player. but it's rare. I mean, think about it. Through the years I've been on this, there have only been like one guy on every one of these teams.
Capono was your guy for a while.
Capono was. Jay Will, who is awesome on a golf course, entertainment. But Ray Allen is a guy that's got to give up a stroke a hole. I'm not playing with that dude. I will be broke, baby. Even with all this playoff cash, if I don't get a stroke a hole there. But you think about Alonzo Mourning that didn't get bit by it. I mean, actually, you used to have to stain for the game. Now you can't pull that man off a golf course, and it would be neat to see LeBron struggle with that hard game. I mean, you imagine LeBron is a guy that can play anything. You know, but right now, let him go ahead and just dominate this game.
Well, I think we've got a new edition of Inside the Heat. Jax teaches the players golf.
No, good Lord, we don't want
Who do you take, Haney, when you got Jason Jackson?
I am not a patient instructor. That would not be the thing. Well, they're getting closer and closer. And therefore, it's going to get louder and louder. As they make that final turn, you see the people. Let's listen to the sounds right now that we're already hearing of this wonderful championship celebration on Sunsports, brought to you by Gulfstream Park. Championship celebration on Sunsports, presented to you by Gulfstream Park. You saw Bird giving it to you. That is a fact right there. Miami Heat win their third franchise championship, back-to-back style, in 7 games. Give it to him, Bird. Birdman, Birdman. Shaq's going to charge you for that. You know that. Guys, you think about guys like Bird. First of all, his story alone is awesome. Knee surgery in August, amnestied before the season, makes his way back. Secret workouts in the building. 10-day contracts giving us misdirection. And he finds his way onto a championship team doing exactly what the team needed right at the right time, John, which was his rebounding, his energy, and his excitement.
Yeah, I think he was such a perfect fit for this team. To those traits you mentioned, as well as defense and shot blocking. So rebounding, defense, and shot blocking. And then the thing that I think really separated him from, like, Joel Anthony as an example, in terms of getting more minutes and being such an impact right away, was his ability to catch and finish around the basket. Teams couldn't help off LeBron and Dwayne. They had to respect Anderson and his ability to set screens and dive to the basket, and the guys really enjoyed playing with him because it became a bit of an aerial show. You could throw the ball near the rim, and with his athleticism, he was able to go up and get it and finish with authority, and really wind up developing quite a following here in Miami. with his demeanor on the court and his fun along the way.
It's great to see everybody knows where the camera is around here.
Yeah. This ain't how to you, Jack. That's all it is.
Bless him. I'll take it. You think about a group of guys, George, who know their number probably is not going to get called. The Miami Heat bottom rotation guys have developed the idea that, you know what, if we're not going to play in the game, we're playing a game before the game. So you got JV, the Warden, the gunslinger, James Jones, 19, and the like, all get together playing these hard-nosed 3-on-3 games, Rashard Lewis as well, to keep themselves ready, to keep their minds involved, so they're ready to go. A professionalism that works from the top, but it is hard to be a competitor and not play. Yet these guys are in the right spot, and they are getting the rightful glory, being a part of a 14-man effort. They work hard in practice, they work hard before games, they work hard in shoot-arounds to prepare their teammates for the night's battle.
The utmost professionals when you think about those guys, and you mentioned it in practice, getting their guys ready. I mean, that's really what they're there for. And look, we all know in games things happen. Sometimes you have to go deeper down the bench because of foul trouble, maybe even potential injury, and you got to stay ready. And we saw that. Look, Mike Miller is the perfect example of that. Amen. Mike Miller found himself out of the rotation for a while. As things got became later in the season, he was getting a little bit of run once the 27-game winning streak was over. But then in the postseason, he wasn't getting much time. And when Coach Spoelstra needed him the most, he was ready to go, and he let it fly.
Right next to our outdoor Biscayne Bayside studio comes bus number 1. The Harrisons, the Rileys, Team Executive Vice President Andy Ellisberg, Vice President and Heat legend Alonzo Mourning, limited partnerships, the medical staff. Bottom line, the brains are getting it done as they roll down Biscayne Boulevard, getting it done. It is awesome, awesome, awesome. And John, you talked about it earlier, and you're in different places. And George, you get to cover it. You know that it's legitimate because you get to see different things in different places. On the original championship ring, there are 2 words that I love, and it's faith and family.
Yeah.
And bus number 1 is the reason why those 2 things are so important and are in front of basketball, by the way.